Look at the Lincoln, they ready to jump for score. No shore, 250 days deep and they can't take no more. Sailors on the edge, ready to go overboard, fighting a war that they never signed up for. Four score, no shore, no port, no break, just pure exhaustion. Send for the Epstein class, send for the game while the families at home still screaming their names. Left San Diego thinking short deployment, now it's 9 months later with no enjoyment. Mode in the showers, food running thin, mental health broken, ready to jump in. They didn't sign up for Trump's personal fight, they didn't sign up for Israel's appetite. Foreign war bullshit dressed up as defense while the crew goes crazy behind the fence. Four score, no shore, 250 days deep and they can't take no more. Sailors on the edge, ready to go overboard, fighting a war that they never signed up for. Mothers posting online, crying every night. Fathers and sons stuck with no end in sight. Senators asking questions, brass looking away while the empire keeps bleeding day after day. Sacred defense, we see the cracks, we see the pain. Sacred defense.
All right, there he is in all his glory. Look over here. That's a major storm. Hope it doesn't come this way. I'm gonna have to stay somewhat close to the car. Watching the world burn, watching the world burn. March 14th, 2026. Let's get into it. Apologize, couldn't get out in the forest today. It's just too muggy. Too wet, too many bugs. In fact, there's a lot of no-see-ums on this particular hike, so we'll probably have to turn around, but I enjoy the sunset here. All right, let's get into the news. Latest story just broke. 2 ships have been hit in the Straits of Hormuz by Iran. A lot of people keep saying this is going to be another forever war. So as Trump points out, we were in Vietnam for God knows how long, I don't know, 20 years in Afghanistan. I guess we'll be at war with Iran for the next 20 years until we bankrupt. Like I said, we're hitting 40 trillion in debt. And in fact, the debt posted last month was actually hit another record. I want to say it was like 600 billion or something like that. So yeah, we can just keep printing the almighty dollar until we can't. Hey, got some news on Iran. It looks like they're going to join the BRICS Bank in a month. And the other thing that we've got is because we killed all of their leadership, it took them a while to reconstitute all of their leadership back and firm up everything. Well, they've done that now. And the new supreme leader, of course, we killed his whole family, his grandkid, blew up his whole apartment building. God knows how many civilians we killed. Oh, what'd you think of that Lego video up front? They're getting better and better, aren't they? Oh my God. The Iranians are really trolling Trump. I tell you what, it's fun to watch. But anyway, so the new leadership has basically said they want war. They're not backing down. The only way the war ends is when the United States is defeated. And believe me, we're going to be defeated. Speaking of defeat, I don't know where these stories are leaking out of, but I told you that the conditions on board these ships are really bad. And like I told you, the USS Abraham Lincoln has set a record at sea without going into port. What was it, 200 and some odd days that they've been at war?
200.
That's tough, man, working 12 hours a day. I know I did it during the Iraq War. Well, you could really hear that thunder. I still will have to turn around here shortly and get back, stay close to the car. I don't want to get caught in that. I got a rainbow. I don't know if I can get it on the video. Let's take a look. You see the rainbow? Isn't that cool? Yeah. But anyway, so they basically said that they don't care what the United States does. They're just going to keep hitting our bases. And, well, Israel, they're continuing to exterminate the Lebanese and exterminate the Palestinians with our bombs. Although, from what I hear, even our dumb bombs were getting a little low on that stock. Speaking of stock, there was a new figure that came out. We've lost 25% worldwide of our Reaper drones. Now, if you didn't know, a Reaper drone, I want to say, what, $100 million or something like that? I don't know how much it costs. When you consider an Iranian drone costs $10,000. So you can see there's a slight discrepancy there. All right, let's get into my notes on the video. I always forget to hit that like button and subscribe. You can follow me on the Burn channel on BitChute and Rumble. That's where I'm not censored on either of those channels. And I am The Burn Report on YouTube and Telegram. And then also I'm at That Cybersec Guy on X. I post all those places with these videos. You can watch them anytime. So we got another video on aliens. And I'm going to put that right here. Let's watch that video.
What? Aliens are coming? Hot ones like Melania or the ones that Steve Miller's gonna... Real ones? From space? From space?
From space?
From space!
Greetings, alien life forms.
Wait a minute, I thought you're the aliens.
Right, but from our perspective, you're the alien.
What is this, some kind of cognitive test? I mean...
Let's continue. Who is the leader of this planet?
The leader of the universe, Donald J. Trump.
Why does he get to be leader? I represent more than 1 billion Earthlings.
Well, so do I. Why should you be leader?
You can't even squash a cockroach, and you want to deal with aliens?
Don't you start with...
Fight. I love it.
Earthlings, pull yourselves together. We come in peace. As a gesture of intergalactic goodwill, we carry a special gift. A formula for everlasting peace. The end to all wars.
I don't like it.
Agreed. Can't stop, won't stop. What kind of radical idiot would promise no more wars?
Can you guys bomb Iran?
Let's put a Trump resort in your galaxy.
Kill the roaches.
Can't stop, won't stop. Europe will reply to intergalactic messages in September.
There you go. So that's an aliens video. And so we've got a global shortage of diesel. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it the way things have been moving along. LNG, fertilizer, sulfur, rare earth minerals, and aviation fuel. And Russia and China spend 1/4 on defense compared to the United States. Can you imagine that? They're kicking our ass. Right now, Trump's going to lose the war in Ukraine. That's in the writing. They're not going to have any heat or gas or anything this winter. Russia has destroyed their infrastructure. They're landlocked because Russia has a blockade on Odessa, so Ukraine no longer has access to the sea. I don't know if you want to believe Stanislavski, or Stan, I guess I should call him, or Stas, excuse me, Stas. He likes to be called Stas. Definitely follow him on YouTube. But anyway, he says we're killing, or Russia is killing over 1,000 Ukrainians a day, which seems pretty daggone high. I don't know where he gets that number from, but so we're definitely exterminating the Ukrainians too. So we got the Lebanese that are going to cease to exist. The Palestinians are going to cease to exist, and of course the Ukrainians are going to be pretty doggone crazy. We got General Ben Hodges. He's calling for renewed strikes, and we got Admiral Cooper calling for renewed strikes. So we've got plenty of war hawks around Trump saying that we need to go after the Iranian infrastructure, which basically Iran has said they will blow up the Middle East if we do that. So I guess these war hawk idiots, I'd like to call them, and General Keane, if you watch him on Fox News, I don't, but I unfortunately a lot of people on YouTube play his clips. He wants renewed strikes, and the way they want to do it, they want to blow up Iran's oil infrastructure, their hospitals, anything that's civilian-oriented, which is a war crime. But that's the way we wage war. We don't hit military targets. We hit civilian targets and try to starve the people. Oh, Iran busted up a CIA MI6 ring, it's been reported anyway by Iran. They said that they were in there fomenting revolutionary activity. This is Colonel McGregor. It says CIA questioned Israeli intelligence on Iranian plot to kill Trump. Turkey suspects the intelligence was fabricated in an effort to thwart U.S.-Iran talks. U.S. Army Apache. This is one I wanted to report on. We've been getting a lot of reports of plane crashes, helicopter crashes. You realize that those are cover-ups for casualties that we've lost during the war. I hope you saw the clip in the last video of that woman crying over her husband in that casket. More and more of those are coming back. So a U.S. Apache helicopter crashes in Texas, killing 2 soldiers. Now, that's what's been reported, but somehow I have a feeling they may have died elsewhere. It's just my opinion. Man, how are these people going to afford these things? I mean, right now it's $4 a gallon. I didn't even check the gas price today. That's what it was yesterday. We got, this was interesting. This actually takes place in eastern Russia. And if you didn't know, Russia, I mean, good Lord, it's a huge, huge country. And they actually have a Pacific fleet. And so Putin flew all the way across Russia to meet with these soldiers. I got the video. And the thing that I noticed in this video, and you would never see Trump in this, is Putin is wearing a sailor's uniform. I just found that interesting, you know? I mean, I've seen him in fatigues, but I've never seen him in naval dress garb. And I imagine Trump actually flying out to the Abraham Lincoln. They might just kill him, the sailors, that is, not the officers, and sitting down with them for a meal and talking about things. I'll just read you what Che Bowles said. Putin holds a meeting focused on ensuring security along Russia's eastern borders. The president also had lunch with the crew of the Pacific Fleet cruiser Varyag, V-A-R-Y-A-G, and commanded their role in recent exercises. Let's watch that video now.
Товарищи офицеры. Здравия желаю, товарищи офицеры. Товарищи офицеры.
Уважаемые товарищи, добрый день. Вчера в ходе учений, перед учениями с командующим флотом и с его подчиненными говорили не только о задачах вчерашнего учения, но и о том, что происходит в зоне вашей ответственности. Ясно, что основные задачи решаются сегодня в ходе специальной военной операции, но наша с вами обязанность обеспечить безопасность российского государства на всех его рубежах, на всех территориях. Это территория непростая. Вчера командующий давал оценку ситуации в регионе, я с ней согласен полностью. Хотел бы вас сегодня послушать и послушать ваши предложения о том, что нужно сделать дополнительно для того, чтобы создать вам и вашим подчиненным условия для наиболее эффективного решения стоящих перед нами общих задач. Давайте начнем.
All right. Oh, continuing on. Looks like the thunderstorm is going. I can't tell. I can't tell whether it's going to come this way or not, but it looks like I haven't heard anything for a while. So I think we're going to get the video in. We got Steve Hankey. I tell you what, he's doing a lot of great posts on X. But this was one that says, in July, the number of monthly visitors to Trump's Truth Social platform was down roughly 36% from a year earlier. Even if you are the President of the United States, the market for gas bags has dried up. And he put up this graphic of Trump expelling gas. I'll put it in the video right here. I don't know if I actually got on Truth Social when it first came out. I've still got an account there, but it's hardly even worth posting. The only people that get any visibility at Truth Social are, of course, Trump himself and any of the insiders. Like I'm sure J.D. Vance is promoted, some of the big voices. But I would post, and my post might get a view, maybe 2 or 3. I mean, that's even less than I get on X. I mean, so it just became not even worth posting there. So I Maybe I'll put this up on Truth just because I'm talking about Truth Social. Yeah, we'll see. This is Health Ranger. I tell you what, he's doing a good job, man. You definitely follow him on X. He's got a lot of good stuff on COVID. And so I was going to make, I try to do my COVID videos as just COVID exclusive videos because I have so much material. But I'm just going to start worming that material into these videos. So this is Marjorie Taylor Greene lets loose on Trump's enthusiastic support for the mRNA jabs and Operation Warp Speed. She's right. From our recent interview posted on Bright Videos. And we've got that video right here. Let's watch Marjorie Taylor Greene right now.
So now we have the new mRNA flu shot that's just been apparently approved by the FDA, lacking long-term clinical trials, et cetera. Trump signed an EO that, as you know, doesn't carry the weight of law. It's not a regulation. It can be ignored largely or thrown out. What's your take on the fact that now it feels like we're going through COVID 2.0 about to again with more mRNA jabs? Personally, I don't want all these people shedding all over me. I don't take these jabs. I don't want to be around people that take the jabs. But what's your take on what's happening?
Well, the president, he has bragged over and over again about Operation Warp Speed. He fully supports the COVID vaccines. He's very proud of them. He's gotten vaccinated himself, even as recently as him being president at his checkup. And, he absolutely loved Anthony Fauci during his first term. He was the one that locked down our country. Remember?
Yes.
15 days to slow the spread. He supported the blue state governors that kept their states locked down. Andrew Cuomo. We can never forget that. And even endorsed him in his race just last year. So these are things that you have to be realistic about Donald Trump. He's very much supports vaccines, and he's not against the mRNA vaccine. No. And he doesn't believe the COVID vaccines kill people. As a matter of fact, he has told me over and over again, he has said it on TV a million times, he believes that Operation Warp Speed and the COVID vaccine saved millions of lives. And so people like us that totally disagree and are against the COVID vaccines and know the real harm that they have caused and are not surprised by the reports such as about miscarriages, which is horrific. You have to come to terms with the fact that President Trump actually supports them. So does he support a new flu vaccine that's mRNA? Yes, he does. He fully supports it. Now, at the same time, thankfully, he has listened to Secretary Kennedy and did sign that executive order to reduce the number of vaccines for children. However, that under Trump, the FDA is not repealing the approval for the COVID vaccine. So, you have to look at the actions versus the words. And the reality is that no one's going to be held accountable for all of the crimes against humanity during COVID. And I think that's one of the most unforgivable things that we're seeing out of this administration.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that is it's disgusting. Not only were people like you and I deplatformed, smeared, banned, demonetized, and many, many others, many of our audience members, in fact, and it was the truth tellers. The people that told the truth got blacklisted. And the truth has come out. We've all been vindicated. We were the ones who were right. And now it's coming back around with another mRNA. And apparently there's going to be another after that and another one and another one. And I feel like we're living under just a constant assault from our own FDA that is, let's say, in cahoots with Big Pharma, constantly just pushing out things that make us sick, not things that keep us healthy.
Yeah, it's very true. And then that and the fact, think about all the people that died alone by themselves in the hospital because their families were not allowed to come in. The elderly people in nursing homes that were put together with COVID patients, people that lost their jobs because they refused to take the vaccine, children's education being really, really hurt because of all the school lockdowns. The stories go on. And the stories are real. And the vaccine injuries many people are living with today, and no one will listen to them. They can't sue anybody. They can't get any help. People who lost loved ones. I mean, you can never forget all the videos we saw of people dropping dead, literally on live television. All these young, healthy athletes dying, and now the massive increase in cancer. I mean, I really think it's crimes against humanity, and the entire MAGA and MAHA movement spoke out massively over the years. And like you said, many people were censored, kicked off of social media. I lost my X account for the entire year of 2022. And you got everybody, so many people got censored about it. But there's not going to be any accountability. And that's one of the biggest things that we wanted justice. We wanted accountability for all the wrongs that were done, not just for COVID, the Epstein files, and many other things. And we're not seeing it.
Right.
And it's not trust the plan. If you're still trusting the plan, I'm sorry, there's no help for you at this point.
Right videos.
All right. So that's, a lot of people forget that it was Trump that brought the jab into existence. Now, it was Biden that mandated it. I give Trump credit back in his first term. At least he didn't mandate the jab. But he's the one responsible for a lot of people. And the thing is, he never will admit when he's wrong. He was wrong to go to war with Iran. He was wrong to bankrupt the United States. He's wrong to have eliminated DOGE when they were doing a good job of cutting the federal deficit. He's been wrong about a lot of things. In fact, we're going to put attached to the end of this video, my Trump is a liar song. So you'll get to enjoy that. We got Che Bowles again here. They took the bodies, burned them, and doused the remains with acid. A surrendered Ukrainian soldier talks about the grim reality of war. According to him, Colombian mercenaries are being wiped out by FPV drones. So many corpses pile up that disposal teams have resorted to acid and fire. Ukraine gives them no graves, no dignity. And we got a video on that. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around while I'm reading. Let's watch that video now.
Вышел с работы, повернул направо к магазину, пролетела машина мимо меня, остановилась, вернулась назад, вылетели два человека здоровых, кинули меня за шкибарки в машину, пристегнули наручниками до сидения. Отпили, забрали пластиковый паспорт, сломали и сказали, что он тебе не нужен. Сначала первую неделю ходили, занятия были, бесполезно вели беседу. И мы тогда садились, кто втыкал, спал. Мы по 2 часа разговаривали и на одной точке, потом на второй точке перемещались от точки. Когда заводили на позицию, я встретил 6 с 425-й. И они рассказывали, что наемников, колумбийцев ложили РПВшками по 50 человек. Там трупов сильно много было. Когда приезжает эвак, забирали трупы, сжигать их, кислотой обливали трупы. Со мной вместе были 2 ССЧшника. Их когда ловят, отправляют сразу на штурм, без обучения, без ничего. Птичкой тут же заводил на позицию. И это постоянно он был на связи. А визуально я его даже не видел, ничего не это. Он меня заставлял мочу пить и говно жрать. Заместо этого, чтобы закинуть мне еды. Я говорю, хорошо, я вылезу сейчас, говорю, сдаваться. Мне надо, говорю, поздаю ваши все позиции, все, вот, поздаю. Меня начали бомбить, я уже вылез и сдался. Нормально кормили, все, не били, ничего не. Все было нормально. Это было с русской стороны.
All right. So that was a Ukrainian soldier. We got some new numbers out that the number of mercenaries that have been killed in Ukraine. These are, I'm sure this is a very low figure. It's around 800 Colombians. I wonder why would anybody from Colombia go fight for Ukraine? I don't know. But I want to say like 400 U.S. NATO troops, mainly U.S. origin. So we got 400 dead soldiers there, or CIA ops. I wouldn't call them soldiers. And then there was a third nation. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, I'll get you those numbers because that's on the phone. We got Jason Hinkle. All of Iran's weapons today are domestically produced. The IRGC senior commander, our drones, our missiles, our fast attack boats, our air defense systems, our electronic warfare systems, all of our our weaponry is completely indigenous. So, just like Russia is its own self-sustained environment, so is Iran. A lot of people don't realize that. You know, these are nation states that have been around over 1,000 years. You know, like I said in the last video, we've been around 250 and we're going to go over and poke them in the nose. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. I would say America first, man. Why don't we just take care of Americans? You know, we got homeless people on the streets, people starving to death here in the United States, got half the nation on food stamps, and yet we want to venture around the world and wage war on the entire world, put sanctions on the entire world. I don't know, you tell me. Leave a comment below. Where do you think the money's best spent? So this is, oh yeah, we got a video on that. Let's watch that video, sorry.
امروز ما به حمدالله از سلاح‌های بومی بهره مندیم. در همه سلاح‌هامون، پهپادامون، موشک‌هامون، شناورهای تندرومون، پدافندهای هواییمون، سیستم‌های جنگ الکترونیکمون، اینا همه بومی هستند. همه تسلیحات ما کاملا بومی هست و این اجازه میده که چنین امکانی رو ما ایجاد کنیم و بحث فناوری رو بیاریم توی مدار مدیریت صحنه نبرد و به لحظه بتونیم، خب خیلی از کشورها خصوصیت ندارن، یه سلاحی رو از یک کشور دیگه میخرن میارن، هر قابلیتی اون سلاح داره بعد استفاده کنن و باش بسازن دیگه، هر چی که هست همونه.
If I didn't put that in already. This is Suleiman Ahmed, Ahmed. He does a lot of good reporting too. He says, watch, the IRGC commander to the U.S. network PBS. Americans and Israelis always want to count our missiles. The number of missiles we produce in a day is more than the number we launch. In a country this vast, we can make them anywhere we want. Even if the war lasts for years, we will launch them until the last day. So I don't think Iran's going to be running out of missiles anytime soon. Remember when everybody kept saying Russia's breaking apart washing machines to use the parts? Russia's going to run out of missiles. Russia's going to, lose to Ukraine. If you don't know that was all a lie at this point, I got some swampland here in Florida for you. Same thing goes for Iran. They can wage this war as long as they want. Can we? Halfway around the world? You tell me. And then of course you got these warhawks, Pickaxe Mountain. What the hell? I mean, if you hit Pickaxe Mountain with a nuclear weapon, I guarantee you it would just blow off the side of that mountain. There's no way you're going to bomb your way through granite to get to their underground missile factory cities. And then, of course, you're going to put troops on the ground, and we talked about that in the last video. How in the world are you going to do your logistics? We got a video right here. Let's watch that video now.
Drones. If we are victorious, we relied on our faith to be victorious. God is with us. As for our missiles, the Americans and the Zionists always want to count our missiles. First of all, the number of missiles we manufacture every day is more than the number we launch. In a country this vast, we can make them wherever we want.
Where are you making them? Is it deep underground?
We do it in different ways. We have various ways to manufacture them securely. Rest assured, even if this war lasts for years, until the last day, Iran's rockets will be launched. I will make this point, and this is more important than missiles. If they're...
All right, we're almost through the video. Yeah, so this is the note on the USS Abraham Lincoln. I'll go ahead and read it to you, even though we've talked about this. The USS Abraham Lincoln, 6 sailors tried to jump overboard amid extended deployment. The aircraft carrier crew is in its 9th month at sea, which means it has spent a record of 250... Sorry, I got some motorcycles going by. 250 days without making land. The food is bad, morale is bad, the officers are bad. The USS George Washington, this is one that I got, is reportedly heading to the Middle East to relieve the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has been at sea. The rotation comes after growing concerns about conditions aboard the Lincoln, supply shortages, crew exhaustion, and serious sailor mental health problems. I wanted to go back and talk about my Uncle Lawrence. Uncle Lawrence was a World War II hero. They used to call him Deacon because he always carried a Bible around on the ship. He was on the Hornet during the war in the Japanese theater. But the reason why I wanted to get into his story for just 1 second, he's one of the only people that I know that jumped off the flight deck of the aircraft carrier, which, by the way, is a court-martial offense, and survived. They were in port, and he just wanted to do it. Now, you got to remember, the carriers back during World War II, it's starting to rain, were a lot different than they are today. I mean, they were a lot smaller, let's put it that way. So, I mean, a jump off of an aircraft carrier today would probably be fatal. But so he jumped off, and in fact, a couple of guys saw him. They saw this guy fly by, and he survived it just fine, and swam his way into port, and obviously didn't get caught. All right, let's keep going. We got multimedia. 250 plus days deployed. All right, keep going. This is the cradle. 6 people to try to jump off the Lincoln. We just reported on that. Multimedia producer Andrew Brown has claimed that there is severe mental health crisis aboard the USS Lincoln, asserting that the Navy is actively quashing reports of unfolding emergency. In a video published on Instagram, Brown highlights the extreme conditions facing the crew, stating they've been deployed 271 days. And according to Brown, the crew is enduring severe supply shortages, moldy showers, a lack of basic hygiene products like deodorant, toothpaste, while eating poor quality food, rations. He emphasized the severe psychological toll, gosh, I'm tilting the camera there, of the deployment, revealing 6 people have tried to jump. We've already talked about that. The most recent was last Monday. When you have not touched land in 38 weeks, things happen mentally, and we got a video. Let's watch that video now.
You guys, there's a mental health crisis happening aboard the USS Lincoln in the Middle East that no one is talking about, and mainly because the Navy's pretty much quashing it. You will read online about food shortages, supply shortages, poor morale among crew members. That's because they've been at sea continuously for 250 days. They've been deployed a total of 271 days, 250 without a port of call. That's unheard of. Normally they would go to port every 3 to 6 weeks. They have not been to port in 38 weeks. Keep in mind there are 52 weeks in a year. And yes, the showers are moldy. They're eating basically like a gruel kind of slop at this point. There's no deodorant, there's no toothpaste. My nephew has a friend on board there, and I was basically hearing updates last week when I was in the States in real time. They're not talking about the mental health crisis. 6 people have tried to jump off that ship. The most recent was last Monday. When you have not touched land in 38 weeks, in over 200 days, things start to happen to you mentally. Combine that with exhaustion, and deadly mistakes start to happen. So, this is how the Department of War, this is how Donald Trump treats our servicemen and women, whose lives are already being put in harm's way for a bullshit war of aggression that was supposed to be over in a matter of weeks. We are further putting their lives at risk out of sheer ineptitude and neglect. It defies logic, it defies reason, and it defies basic fucking humanity.
All right, that was good. Well, this is, I gotta take a break. I've got my notes messed up here somehow. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is the last page of notes. All right, so hats off, journalist Andy Martin. The whole world has to isolate this rogue state Israel. You cannot expect change in a society this far gone. And boy, this expresses my sentiment. Let's watch that video now.
Isolate this rogue, apartheid, genocidal, maniac, serial killing, pathologically lying state. Isolate it, shame anyone who goes there. Academics, celebrities, politicians, and they've been exposed for what they are. And Zionism's on its last leg. It only exists by the weight of its propaganda, and that propaganda has collapsed entirely. The world sees Israel for what it is, and it can't last for long in its current state. You cannot expect change in a society this far gone. It is full-throated fascist. And that's why they act the way they do, with full, total impunity, because they have no humanity left. This is a society so far gone with protection of a military empire, with hatred in their hearts, And we're seeing essentially the Fourth Reich today marching forward, and there's no Allied forces coming to save us. The Israeli Knesset just passed a law allowing the execution of Palestinian prisoners, but not Israelis. This is the true face of apartheid Israel. But this is nothing new. I saw this firsthand when I was in Israel back in 2016.
All right, so that was hats off. Now we got Zealot 71. And this is war porn. I don't know if I'll be able to get this up on YouTube. It's got some pretty graphic stuff. If you've got kids, you might want to just cover up here, but I always try to put a little bit of war porn in here. This was posted by Zealot71. He's a guy that I follow on X. And let's watch that video now.
Russia will never lose on the warfield. Never ever. We live in the war. That's the part of our survival code. We know how to fight. We know we're Russians, we love to suffer. So, all the misfortunes, all the hardships, they cannot destroy our will. And our soldiers and our generals, they are the best in the world. The best in the world. But what I'm looking at right now is yet another cunning plan of the Western hypocrites. When they love to see how Russians are killing Russians, how Slavic people are killing Slavic people, and they applaud it. And they're willing to do whatever it takes for those barbarian tribes to destroy one another. The benefit? Our natural resources. As usual, West never brings civilization. West brings humiliation. That's why your colonies never been developed.
All right, we're almost there. This is the most insane bear situation I've ever seen. We got to finish up with this bear. I've seen them rip Jeep tops off. I've never seen one cabin get into the cabin of the car. And I won't read the rest to you, but just watch the video. The video speaks for itself. I just wanted to finish with something fun besides my song. Check this bear out. Watch this video. Wasn't that insane? All right, so we'll finish up the video right there. We'll get some notes on the way back. I think we're going to miss the storm. This is good. I know the lighting's probably getting poor because we're late into the evening. So remember to hit that like button, subscribe. Like I said, the Burn channel on Rumble and BitChute. Those are my uncensored accounts. Check me out there. All right, we'll get some more on the way back. I got some other stuff on the phone. I'll go through it. I got to get the dog out, get him some exercise. Peace out, stay free, and stay frosty. Let's get a little bit of the sunset on the video. It's going to get dark on me here pretty quick. I have the exact numbers here. It was 753 Colombians, 116 United States mercenaries, and 100 from Brazil. So that was the exact numbers on that. And then the Hormuz letter, oh, by the way, I said it was 100 billion. I meant 100 million for a Reaper drone. But this gives you the exact, this is the Hormuz letter. Definitely check them out on X. I follow them. It says breaking. The U.S. military has lost more than 25% of its worldwide MQ-9 Reaper drone fleet in the Iran war, with at least 45 Reaper drones lost at taxpayer cost of over $1.3 billion for that weapon system alone, per WAPO. Yemen's Houthis have concurrently shot down more than 30 Reaper drones, with a combined total up to $3.5 billion in taxpayer costs. And this gives you the exact number. The Reapers, costing between $30 million and $50 million each, were primarily used over the Strait of Hormuz. They were shot down multiple times, with aircraft being relatively easy targets for Iran and its proxies. U.S. officials say they were surprised by the precision that Iran used in shooting down the drones. The Trump administration is now trying to shore up lawmaker support for a $67 billion Iran war supplemental budget due to the catastrophic shortages of almost every part of the military stockpile, including munitions, interceptors, and drones. U.S. officials say, contrary of Trump's claims, it will be years before stockpiles depleted by the conflict in Iran are reconstituted, even if Congress approves the funding. So there you go. I wanted to get you all the exact numbers. Isn't that just beautiful? You know, this is why I do this walk, okay? Is because you do get these beautiful sunsets. Now that's not the prettiest one that I've seen here. Plus you got the cows along here. The no-see-ums aren't out today, which is good. If I get anything else on the video, I'll check the news. We're going to turn around here just momentarily and get the dog out. He won't walk on the way out. Now let's get him on the video. He just sits down in there in all his glory. But he'll hike on the way back. If you see him, he's panting. I tell you what, it's cooled off. It was miserable earlier today. Oh my God. I had to get out and throw some dirt around in my backyard. And man, I wasn't out there 20 minutes. I came in, my shirt was completely soaking wet from sweat. All right, peace out, stay free. We might get one more clip, you never know. All right, last clip of the video. This is strictly going to be just a scenery. But I do want to ask the question, where the heck is Mitch McConnell? I assume he's dead. I can't believe that they're able to play that game. If I've lived in Mitch McConnell's district, I would at least leave a phone message and say, I want to see my congressman at some point. Isn't that beautiful? That is awesome. So we're almost done with the hike. We're going to hike down here to this tree. But I just wanted to get that sunset and talk about Mitch McConnell for just 1 second. Yeah, and it's a shame. They said they're going to get Fauci on contempt of Congress, but I don't think anything's going to happen to Fauci. Kill 1 million people. It's just a statistic, people. You kill one person, you go to jail for the rest of your life. You kill 1 million, like Stalin said, it's just a statistic. That's all it is. Peace out, stay free. See how good the camera works in poor lighting. I don't know if you can see the cows in there. Why are some cows white and the rest are black? I'm gonna have to look that up when I get home. That question just popped into my head. Boy, did you hear about them jalapenos? Boy, if our food supply ain't messed up or what? I guess they were poisoning a bunch of people. And of course, we had the lettuce story a while back. Yeah, that's what happens when you let corporate America take over your food. Somehow we got to get back to local farming, have our gardens in our front yard like our grandparents did. You know, screw having grass. By the way, I I think I'm getting on to the fall planting season here in Florida. That's another thing I got to look up. And I have gotten a lot of squash and a lot of cucumbers, so at least I got that and lemons. So we're doing all right.
The world is burning, and he just smiles. Oil rigs stand empty under a dying sky. Gas prices rising, watch the working people cry. Trucks slow to a standstill on the empty interstate. Empty shelves are warning us it's getting far too late. Helium is vanishing, we can't make the chips we need. AI and computers fading, planting a dying seed. Silicon dreams are crumbling, no future left in sight. The whole world feels the silence in the dead of night. Fuel is getting costly, inflation cuts so deep. Families torn apart while the promises they keep. He talks about drilling, but the wells are running dry. Congress votes for peace, but he lets the missiles fly. Russia in the east and Iran begins to burn. America is crumbling, lessons we never learned. Zionist Israel, dropping hell from the sky. Bombing Lebanon and Gaza, watch the children die. Genocide unfolding under American shields. White phosphorus rain on the battlefields. Hospitals crumble, the refugees flee, while Trump sends the weapons and calls it peace. Netanyahu's playbook with the green light nod. Blood on the sand in the name of God. Zionist forces striking from the sky above. Lebanon and Gaza losing everyone they love. Genocide unfolding behind the shields we send. White phosphorus falling where the innocents defend. Hospitals are crumbling, refugees run for their lives, while weapons keep on flowing under political lies. Starro score me toys, the drones strike at night. Young kids training to teach, now lost in the fight. Teenage dreamers, mostly girls in their beds. Russian fury exploding, vengeance ahead. Aspiration rising, Putin's rage unbound. Bombs for the mothers, tears for the ground. Trump sits back silent, no peace in his game. Just fuel on the fire, more blood in the flame. China, Russia, North Korea, Iran and the pact. Quick axis rising, united to attack. can't contain the heat. Allies turning hostile, sanctions backfire fast. Trump's empire falling, this is the realest gasp. Mushroom clouds arise and ICBMs in the sky. Global thermonuclear, watch the planet die. Fallout on the cities, winter without end. Leaders push the buttons, no one left to mend. Crink coalition laughing as the missiles fly. Trump's reckless poker game makes the whole world fry. Ash covers the oceans, radiation in the wind. This is Armageddon, where humanity ends. He tweets through the chaos, doesn't feel the pain, while families are starving in the acid rain. Trump destroyed the world, lit the fuse and laughed. Dollars on its deathbed doing the final dance. Wars without end, Russia knocking at the gate. He don't care about the people, just seals our fate. Ignore the House, ignore the Senate too. Bombs keep falling while the red hats cheer you. Trump destroyed the world, yeah, he burned it down from the White House throne in his golden crown. He watches through the chaos, never feels the pain, while mothers feed their children in the pouring acid rain. Trump destroyed the world. He lit the fuse and smiled. The dollar's slowly dying on its final mile. Wars keep spreading wider. He just doesn't care about the people starving or the poison in the air. He ignores the House, ignores what Congress said. Bombs keep falling as the sky turns red. Trump destroyed the world, he burned it to the ground. From his golden tower, never making a sound. He doesn't see the mothers waiting in the bread line. Doesn't hear the children who will never see age 9. The helium is gone, the chips have turned to dust. AI falls silent as the world begins to rust. Arms keep shipping out while the innocent bleed. Zionist fire, Russian rage, and nuclear seed. China, Iran, North Korea standing side by side. The Middle East is burning Gaza, gone. Lebanon, gone. Ukraine, gone. Middle East, Syria, exploded. Mushroom clouds, rising. World, gone. Trump destroyed the world.